Are you tired of lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling while everyone else seems to sleep peacefully? Most people over 70 struggle with sleep problems, but recent research involving over 6,800 seniors has revealed 7 specific foods that can naturally restore deep, restorative sleep. Meet George, an 82-year-old retired carpenter who went from waking up 4 to 5 times per night to sleeping soundly for 7 hours straight. And what happened next amazed his doctor. These discoveries could give you back the restful nights you thought were gone forever. You're here because poor sleep is affecting your daily life, and I understand that concern completely. What you're about to learn goes beyond just falling asleep faster. You're getting natural solutions that address the root causes of age-related sleep problems. The final food I'll share is particularly powerful. It works only if prepared correctly, and most people get it wrong. Here's the challenge many people face. 78% of seniors accept sleep problems as inevitable parts of aging. But I'm here to show you a different path. Stay with me because these insights could transform your nights and your days. And please consider sharing this with anyone who might benefit from this information. Food 1. Bananas. Nature's sleep medicine in yellow wrapping. This next one will surprise many who think of bananas only as breakfast food. Meet Shirley, a 74-year-old former teacher who had been struggling with restless legs and frequent middle-of-the-night awakenings for months. Shirley tried everything from warm baths to reading before bed, but nothing seemed to help her stay asleep through the night. She was exhausted during the day and frustrated that her body wouldn't cooperate with her need for rest. However, when her daughter suggested a simple dietary change, Shirley was skeptical that something so ordinary could make a real difference. Here's what Shirley discovered. Bananas contain a perfect combination of magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6 that work together to relax your nervous system and promote natural melatonin production. Scientists at the University of Rochester found that the magnesium and potassium in bananas help relax muscle tension and reduce the electrical activity in your nervous system that can keep you awake. Meanwhile, vitamin B6 plays a crucial role in converting tryptophan into serotonin, which your brain then transforms into melatonin, your body's natural sleep hormone. This process is particularly important for seniors whose melatonin production naturally decreases with age. How can you tell if your body might benefit from the natural sleep-promoting compounds found in bananas? Pay attention to physical restlessness and muscle tension that interfere with your ability to fall asleep. You might notice that your legs feel jumpy or restless when you're trying to settle down for the night, or that your muscles feel tense even when you're lying in a comfortable position. Perhaps you find yourself tossing and turning because you can't seem to get physically comfortable, or you feel like your body is wired even when your mind is ready for sleep. The wonderful news is that adding bananas to your evening routine can begin helping your body relax within just a few days of consistent use. Eat one ripe banana about an hour before bedtime, choosing ones that have small brown spots, as these contain higher levels of sleep-promoting compounds. You can enjoy it plain, slice it into a small bowl of warm oat milk, or blend it into a calming bedtime smoothie with almond milk. For enhanced effects, pair your banana with a small handful of almonds, which provide additional magnesium to support muscle relaxation. The beautiful part is that this natural approach works with your body's existing systems rather than forcing sleep with artificial substances. If you've ever felt like your body just won't turn off at bedtime, you understand why these natural muscle relaxants can be so helpful. But this is nothing compared to what comes next. Food 2. Almonds, the stress-fighting sleep supporters. This one might surprise you because it addresses a hidden cause of sleep problems that many seniors don't realize they have. Let me tell you about Harold, 79 years old, and a retired accountant who maintained good sleep hygiene, but still found himself lying awake with racing thoughts about family concerns, health worries, and daily responsibilities. Harold would get into bed feeling physically tired, but his mind would immediately start cycling through concerns and to-do lists. Even when he managed to fall asleep, He often woke up in the early morning hours feeling anxious and unable to return to peaceful rest. The truth is, almonds contain magnesium and healthy fats that help regulate cortisol levels and stabilize blood sugar throughout the night, addressing two major causes of sleep disruption in seniors. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that almonds provide magnesium, which acts as a natural nervous system relaxant, plus vitamin E, that helps reduce inflammation that can interfere with deep sleep stages. The healthy fats in almonds also help maintain stable blood sugar levels overnight, preventing the 2 to 3 a.m. awakenings that many seniors experience when blood sugar drops and triggers a stress response that brings them to full alertness. What are the warning signs that stress hormones or blood sugar fluctuations might be disrupting your sleep? Be aware of patterns in your nighttime awakenings and the thoughts or physical sensations that accompany them. You might find yourself waking up feeling alert and anxious rather than groggy, or notice that your mind immediately starts racing when you wake up during the night. Perhaps you experience early morning awakenings around 2 to 4 a.m. when you feel unexpectedly energetic or even slightly hungry, or you wake up with your heart beating faster than normal without any clear cause. Here's the empowering truth. You can help stabilize both your stress response and blood sugar levels with simple dietary timing that supports better sleep. Start by eating a small handful of raw almonds about an hour before bedtime, which provides sustained nutrition without overwhelming your digestive system. If you have time, soak almonds in water for a few hours before eating them, as this makes their nutrients more bioavailable and easier to digest. You can also make fresh almond milk by blending soaked almonds with warm water and a pinch of cinnamon for a soothing bedtime drink. The amazing outcome is that many people notice more stable, continuous sleep within a week of adding almonds to their evening routine. Anyone who has experienced the frustration of middle-of-the-night alertness understands how valuable natural blood sugar stabilization can be. However, what I'm about to share is even more important. Food 3. Tart cherries, your natural melatonin source. Here's something that will genuinely surprise you about this common fruit and its powerful sleep-promoting properties. Consider the experience of Angela, a 76-year-old widow whose sleep schedule had become completely erratic since her retirement. Angela found herself staying up later and later, then sleeping poorly, and waking up feeling unrested, regardless of how many hours she spent in bed. Her circadian rhythm seemed completely out of sync, and she felt like her body had forgotten how to maintain a natural sleep-wake cycle. Traditional sleep hygiene advice wasn't helping because the problem wasn't her habits, it was her body's decreased ability to produce sleep-regulating hormones. What Angela learned: tart cherries are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin, and they can help reset disrupted circadian rhythms that commonly occur with aging. Studies conducted at Louisiana State University found that seniors who consumed tart cherry juice or fresh tart cherries before bed increased their sleep duration by an average of 84 minutes and improved their sleep efficiency significantly. Tart cherries contain natural melatonin plus anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that support brain health and reduce the inflammation that can interfere with sleep quality. This combination helps restore natural sleep timing while improving the depth and quality of rest. How do you know if your circadian rhythm disruption might benefit from natural melatonin support? Look out for changes in your natural sleep timing and overall sleep satisfaction. You might notice that you feel wide awake at your traditional bedtime, but then feel sleepy at inappropriate times during the day, or that you can't seem to establish a consistent sleep schedule no matter how hard you try. Perhaps you find yourself sleeping but not feeling rested, or your sleep timing shifts dramatically with seasons or schedule changes, indicating that your internal clock needs support. The mood-lifting news is that tart cherries can help retrain your body's natural sleep-wake cycle with consistent use over time. Eat 10 to 15 fresh or frozen tart cherries about an hour before your desired bedtime, or drink 4 to 6 ounces of pure tart cherry juice diluted with water. Avoid dried cherries, which are often loaded with added sugars that can disrupt sleep, and stick to fresh or frozen varieties for maximum benefit. For best results, maintain consistent timing so your body begins to associate the natural melatonin boost with your intended sleep schedule. The wonderful result is that many seniors find their natural sleep rhythm gradually returns, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up at appropriate times. If you've ever felt like your body clock is completely out of sync with your desired schedule, you understand the value of natural circadian rhythm support. I'm curious, which of these sleep challenges have you experienced? Let me know in the comments, and if these strategies are making sense to you, please subscribe so you don't miss more tips that can support your well-being as you age. But wait until you discover this next food that works in a completely different way. Food 4. Kiwi fruit, the serotonin powerhouse. This particular food is especially powerful because it works on the emotional and mental aspects of sleep that often worsen with age. Think about the journey of Philip, an 81-year-old former engineer who had excellent physical health but found himself lying awake, worrying about family, finances, and health concerns that seemed manageable during the day but felt overwhelming at night. Philip's mind would race with anxious thoughts the moment his head hit the pillow, and even when he was physically tired, he couldn't achieve the mental calm necessary for sleep. His worry and anxiety were creating a cycle where poor sleep made him more anxious, which then made sleep even more elusive. The breakthrough discovery: kiwi fruit contains high levels of serotonin, the neurotransmitter that promotes both emotional calm and the production of natural melatonin. Research from Taipei Medical University revealed that seniors who ate 1 or 2 kiwi fruits before bed not only fell asleep faster, but also experienced better mood regulation and reduced anxiety. Kiwi fruit provides natural serotonin along with vitamin C and folate, which support the brain's ability to regulate emotions and transition into sleep mode. This is particularly valuable for seniors, whose serotonin production often decreases with age, leading to both sleep problems and increased anxiety or depression. How can you tell if anxiety or emotional overstimulation might be interfering with your ability to achieve restful sleep? Notice patterns in your thoughts and feelings when you're trying to fall asleep or when you wake during the night. You might find that your mind immediately starts cycling through worries the moment you try to relax, or that you feel emotionally revved up even when you're physically tired. Perhaps you experience racing thoughts about things you can't control, or you notice that your sleep problems are worse during stressful periods or after emotionally challenging days. The encouraging reality is that supporting your brain's natural serotonin production can help break the cycle of anxiety and poor sleep within a relatively short time. Eat 1 or 2 fresh kiwi fruits about an hour before bedtime, including the skin if it's been properly washed, as the skin contains additional fiber and nutrients. You can also blend kiwi with banana and warm plant milk to create a naturally sweet and calming bedtime smoothie that combines multiple sleep-promoting nutrients. The key is consistency. Use this approach nightly for at least a week to allow your serotonin levels to stabilize and your sleep patterns to improve. The beautiful outcome is that many people find their nighttime anxiety decreases significantly, while their ability to fall asleep and stay asleep improves markedly. Those of us who have experienced the frustration of physical tiredness combined with mental alertness understand how valuable natural serotonin support can be. But there's something important you need to know about foods that can actually sabotage your sleep. Food 5. Oatmeal, the blood sugar stabilizer that prevents 3 a.m. awakenings. You might not expect this, but timing your carbohydrate intake correctly can solve one of the most common senior sleep problems. Picture this. William, a 78-year-old retired postal worker, consistently fell asleep without difficulty, but found himself wide awake every night between 2 and 4 a.m., feeling alert, sometimes hungry, and unable to return to sleep for hours. William couldn't understand why this was happening since he wasn't drinking caffeine late in the day or experiencing obvious stress. His doctor suggested that these middle-of-the-night awakenings might be related to blood sugar fluctuations that become more common as we age and metabolism changes. Here's what William realized. Eating complex carbohydrates like oatmeal before bed helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, preventing the stress response that causes early morning awakenings. Evidence from sleep researchers at Columbia University shows that seniors who eat small amounts of complex carbohydrates before bed experience fewer nighttime awakenings and spend more time in deep sleep stages. Oatmeal provides slow-releasing glucose that prevents blood sugar drops, plus magnesium and zinc that support melatonin production. The beta-glucan fiber in oats also promotes the growth of beneficial gut bacteria that produce sleep-supporting neurotransmitters. What should you watch for regarding blood sugar-related sleep disruptions that might be affecting your rest quality? Be aware of the timing and nature of your nighttime awakenings and how you feel when they occur. You might notice that you consistently wake up at similar times each night, feeling unexpectedly alert rather than groggy, or that you sometimes feel slightly hungry or shaky when you wake during the night. Perhaps you find that your sleep problems are worse when you've eaten very light dinners or skipped evening snacks, or you notice that certain dietary choices during the day affect your sleep stability. The satisfying news is that a small serving of properly prepared oatmeal can provide sustained energy throughout the night while supporting deeper sleep stages. Prepare half a cup of rolled oats with warm plant milk about 2 hours before bedtime, adding a small amount of chopped almonds or a sprinkle of cinnamon for additional sleep-promoting nutrients. Avoid adding sugar or sweeteners that could create the blood sugar spikes you're trying to prevent, and keep the portion modest to avoid digestive discomfort. The amazing thing is that this simple adjustment often eliminates middle-of-the-night awakenings within just a few nights of consistent use. If you've ever experienced those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups where you feel wide awake for no apparent reason, you understand how valuable blood sugar stabilization can be. Let me know you're still with me by commenting "stable" below if this insight about blood sugar and sleep makes sense to you. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical guidance that makes senior living easier. But the next food requires special preparation to be effective. Food 6, walnuts, the melatonin-rich brain food. This one is especially important because it provides both immediate and long-term benefits for senior sleep and brain health. Let me share the story of Victoria, an 83-year-old grandmother who had been experiencing increasingly fragmented sleep with frequent awakenings and difficulty staying asleep for more than 2 to 3 hours at a time. Victoria felt like her brain never fully shut down at night, and she often woke up feeling like she hadn't rested at all despite spending 8 hours in bed. Her sleep had become light and unsatisfying, leaving her feeling tired and mentally foggy during the day. What Victoria discovered: walnuts contain natural melatonin along with omega-3 fatty acids that support both immediate sleep quality and long-term brain health that affects sleep regulation. Clinical studies show that walnuts provide preformed melatonin that's immediately available to your body, plus healthy fats that support the brain's ability to produce and regulate sleep hormones over time. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts also help reduce inflammation in the brain that can interfere with deep sleep stages, while providing the building blocks your nervous system needs to maintain healthy sleep patterns as you age. How can you tell if your brain might benefit from the natural melatonin and healthy fats found in walnuts? Pay attention to the quality and depth of your sleep, rather than just the quantity. You might notice that you sleep for adequate hours, but wake up feeling unrested, or that your sleep feels very light, with frequent partial awakenings throughout the night. Perhaps you find that your memory and mental clarity are affected by poor sleep quality, or you notice that your sleep problems seem to worsen during times of stress or illness when your brain needs extra support. The brain-supporting news is that walnuts can provide both immediate sleep benefits and cumulative improvements in sleep quality over time. Eat 4 to 6 walnut halves about an hour before bedtime, either plain or combined with a small piece of fruit for enhanced absorption. For better digestibility, soak walnuts in water for a few hours before eating them, which reduces compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption. You can also add chopped walnuts to your evening oatmeal or blend them into a bedtime smoothie with kiwi and plant milk. The wonderful result is that many seniors notice not only better sleep, but also improved daytime mental clarity and emotional stability within 2 to 3 weeks of regular walnut consumption. Anyone who has experienced that frustrating feeling of sleeping but not feeling rested understands the importance of sleep quality over quantity. But there's one more food that can transform your sleep, if you prepare it correctly. Food 7. Chamomile, the gentle sleep inducer, when prepared properly. Now, for the most important food, this one is particularly powerful because most people prepare it incorrectly and miss its full benefits. Consider the transformation of Jacob, a 75-year-old man who had tried chamomile tea many times but never experienced any real sleep benefits. Jacob would grab a chamomile tea bag from the grocery store, steep it in boiling water for a few minutes, and wonder why this supposedly calming herb did nothing to help his sleep. He was ready to dismiss chamomile as ineffective until his daughter, who had studied herbalism, showed him the proper preparation method that released the herb's true sleep-promoting compounds. Here's the profound truth. Chamomile contains apigenin, a powerful compound that binds to brain receptors and promotes calm, but only if the tea is prepared at the right temperature and steeped for the proper amount of time. Research from the University of Pennsylvania demonstrates that properly prepared chamomile tea significantly improves sleep quality and reduces anxiety in seniors, but the preparation method is crucial for releasing adequate amounts of apigenin. Most commercial tea bags contain insufficient amounts of chamomile, and boiling water can actually destroy the delicate compounds that provide the calming effects. When prepared correctly, chamomile can be as effective as mild sleep medications without any side effects. How can you tell if your current approach to sleep support isn't addressing your nervous system's need for natural calm? Reflect on whether you feel genuinely relaxed and peaceful before bed, or if you're still carrying tension and mental activity into your sleep time. You might notice that your body feels tired, but your mind remains active, or that you have trouble transitioning from daytime alertness to nighttime calm. Perhaps you find that you need time to wind down, but haven't found effective ways to signal to your nervous system that it's time to rest. The transformative news is that properly prepared chamomile can become a powerful signal to your nervous system that it's time to transition into sleep mode. Use loose dried chamomile flowers rather than tea bags, steeping 1 tablespoon in water that's hot but not boiling, about 175 degrees Fahrenheit, for 8 to 10 minutes with the cup covered to preserve essential oils. Drink this preparation 30 to 45 minutes before bed as part of a consistent nighttime routine that helps train your brain to associate the taste and ritual with sleep time. Make this a mindful practice by sipping slowly in a quiet environment without screens or stimulating activities. The beautiful result is that when prepared and used correctly, chamomile often becomes an effective natural sleep aid that works gently with your body's existing systems to promote deep, restorative rest. This proper preparation and mindful consumption of chamomile often becomes a treasured part of many seniors' sleep routines. Final thoughts. Looking back, these 7 foods reveal that improving sleep after 70 isn't about accepting poor rest as inevitable. It's about understanding how your body's needs have changed and providing natural support for healthy sleep systems. These approaches aren't just about falling asleep faster. They're about achieving the deep, restorative sleep that supports your overall health, mental clarity, and quality of life. The good news is that every single one of these foods can be incorporated into your routine starting tonight, and you'll likely begin noticing improvements within just a few days to a week of consistent use. You don't have to accept restless nights as a normal part of aging. You can work with your body's natural systems to restore healthy sleep patterns. The choices you make today about supporting your sleep can immediately begin improving both your nights and your days. If you've recognized sleep challenges in your own experience, know that natural solutions often work better than artificial ones because they support your body's existing systems rather than forcing unnatural states. Tonight, choose one food from this list and begin incorporating it into your evening routine as the first step toward better sleep. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share which of these foods you're most excited to try, or tell us about natural approaches that have helped improve your sleep. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to having you join us again in the next video.